Welcome back to Anime Open Topics, episode number 18. Well, this one is just discussing one topic this time, and that being Eminence Lost Echoes. The movie that was announced to be in production almost 3 years ago. And now finally, after over 2 years of not a word of movement in this movie, because this movie was announced December 2023. I wasn't there for seeing that, but I didn't know about it after finished watching the second season last year. And someone put this online, like, they basically announced the movie was coming, they released a teaser, and then nothing. No word at all for over 2 years. And it was zip from the studio. Was the movie still in production? Who knows? Was it delayed for some reason? Who knows? No one knows. But we do now know when the movie is coming out. And we have a trailer too. Yes. Like, it has been officially confirmed to come out in 2027. Which is now makes three things looking forward to come out next year. Don, Variant Season 3, and now this one. So I watched the trailer. Now, the anime cut this part out of the last episode? Because in the last episode, Shadow went back to his original world. The one where he originally died in. And the place was in ruins. That comes from basically Book 4, because, of course, it has been confirmed that the second half of Book 4 will be adapted for this particular movie. Gotta admit, this is actually a really smart idea, given the fact that a lot of the second season of the show came from Book 3. And like the first half of Book 4. So, one thing that the trailer does include was a character which they cut out this moment for some weird reason, but then when the chibi time, they put it back in. That being Beta following him from the reality world, and there's a tease of him like basically hiding his identity, fighting these weird creatures, which is, yes, that's what he does in the second half of the book. And he also meets up with the girl he last saw back at episode 1, when he originally died. And if anybody's ever read the book, basically, apparently after he died, at some point Japan got conquered by monsters. And she is now a savior of the resistance forces against these monsters. And these creatures are like these tiny little things he's fighting. There's a creature on the ground. And Japan, like, basically he's in Tokyo, he's in ruins. It's going to be a very, very interesting movie. And if I remember from the story itself, he's trying to hide the fact he knows magic from everybody because he's from another world. Now, I can confirm that the girl who is this high school acquaintance of his is, well, I'm not going to spoil the ending of the book per se, but I will reveal this. She does survive the events of this book in the most weirdest way possible. If anyone has not read book 4, please read it, because I recommend reading it to understand what I'm talking about, because that's all I'm going to reveal about what happens at the end of book 4. Because that's probably hopefully going to be adapted for the movie itself. And yes, it's been a while since I read the books, but that's what I remember from reading book 4, where like the first half was adapted toward the second half of season 2 of the show. And this is kind of weird though, because the first season was 20 episodes and the second season was 12. I think that was probably done due to the fact that probably, like, I'm sure they probably, now this is my personal theory of why they decided to do the movie like this, where they decided to, adapt the second half of the movie. Probably because the people who made the season probably would not give enough time to explore it in terms of episodes, and they probably make it as good as possible, so they chose to do it as a movie instead. Smart idea. But it definitely looks interesting. Apparently it was another trailer released last year, which I didn't know about, we have this teacher. He just teaching a class and tells someone to keep down the noise. And the noise is Shadow clinking swords with somebody. And then we cut to apparently like where the teacher is now an eye inside of a glass case. And he's like, "Who are you? Who am I?" And basically we see a ruined city. We see Shadow Frightman ruined city. There's not much there with that one. I would say the new trailer I saw. I mean, from what I could tell was, yeah. Him wearing the outfit he wears in the trailer where he interacts with his old high school acquaintance, which, of course, he probably does know who this is. Now, I will reveal this. She does find him familiar, but basically, he doesn't go too much detail about it per se. But you'll find out and see when it comes in next year. But definitely looking forward to it. But yeah, that's pretty much a particular video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe to notifications. Well, in the case of any more topics per se, well, we have to wait till tomorrow for any more new news. But I appreciate the fact that they finally released something. I think a lot of people are getting very frustrated with the studio for the past couple of years of like no word at all. Like, I think a lot of people are probably asking, "Excuse me, studio, are you still making this movie that you announced back in late 2023? And I'm guessing there must have some NDAs involved, and maybe the people in charge of the studio must have people in charge of the movie keep your mouth shut until this movie is done. They probably need time, but you could at least say something about it. You could say, oh yeah, it's still in production. They're still working on it. Just, like, the radio silence for over 2 years is so freaking stupid. It's a similar case with Saga Time Evil, where, like, clearly people do want a season 2 for that one. Of course, now we're getting one, obviously. It's coming in July. But this is a very similar case. Though this wait for someone was longer than this movie. That was 9 freaking years. This is only like 2.5. Yep. So yeah, that is pretty much the particular video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications. I think I'll save my Comic Corner for tomorrow because it's getting kind of late right now. So I'll see you all tomorrow for Comic Corner. There's going to be Project Red, obviously, Kamen Rider, Case Closed, Tortilla the Kamen Rider, and Trigon Stargaze. Okay? See you. Bye.